Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a beginning of the month for the month of December tarot oracle reading. And Gemini, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Gemini, we still all have a little bit of Gemini in us. If you have your birth chart, which sign or which house is Gemini in, that is where this energy shows up for you. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. I've already shuffled. I'm just going to give the cards a quick cut here, and we will begin with the underlying energy of this reading. And the underlying energy is of moving off to calmer waters with God. So you can see the rough waters here, and this person is in the boat. And she doesn't have baggage. She has her child here. Sometimes that represents healing of your inner child. And you see the water is calm here. So she is moving. She's decided to move on and have a better life in calmer waters than where she is now. And this long shaft represents the energy that it takes, because she's had to really dig deep. Because it's a pole that pushes the boat forward. So yeah, he has to reach deep down to get that. So that's what this underlying energy of this reading is. Then we have my cat here also, by the way, Stella. She's in the, I don't know, she's insisted on being in on every reading that I've done in the last few days. I've just decided to let her, because she's just really affectionate right now. Just wants to be, yeah, it's okay. Get down now so I can concentrate and focus. Okay, so this is the underlying energy of the what ifs that are in your life. This is what you can control. So the bottom part of this reading, of this spread, is going to be about what you do have control over. And this card is the Three of Pentacles. Sometimes this card can be like, it means that you have mastered your skill set. You're elevated on this bench. These people have come to collaborate with you. They have plans in hand, and they are admiring your work and want you to come and work with them. This card quite sometimes can say, be very careful who you collaborate with. Make sure they're in alignment with where you're going, because if you've been in rough waters, you want to make sure that that if you make this move to calmer waters, the people that you work with are going to facilitate that. So we will see what this is about. Okay, so it looks like you've been contemplating and made a change here of some sort. This is someone who is meditating, and they are in prayer, and they have hung, these three swords represent the subconscious, unconscious, and conscious mind, and they're hung on the wall, so there's no thinking involved. This one's at rest on the floor, and this stained glass window gives an impression that this person is in a church, and the letters on here are PAX, PAX, and that represents peace. So this is representing peace of mind. This is going inward. So you've gone inward, which was a really good idea if you were in a rough spot, and you've decided to take action and move on to calmer shores. That could involve not leaving, not working for these people, like removing yourself from this situation, or this could be collaborating with new people. We'll see. So this is the internal boundaries that leave you laying awake at night thinking, what if this happens? What if that happens? And so quite often, if we are making a choice to move on in life into a new job, a new career, new relationship, new city, new country, all those things, we sometimes it can feel really uncomfortable. But look at, here comes the Ace of Cups. And so this is saying that you really value yourself. The universe values you. This is a gift from the divine, because you've decided to make this choice to go on to better your life and change it up. And so this is, and right now, Gemini, we're in this reading will come out right after the Gemini full moon, and and it is a Gemini full moon on December 4th. And so this energy is about moving in, like the full moon is a really good time for you to make these choices and release what doesn't work for you anymore. And because the moon is a full moon in Gemini, and it's a super moon, it's super big, super bright, you are really going to feel this energy. And if you, this is a really strong choice to release whatever is stressing you out, whatever is not working for you, and move on to better. It says here you've mastered your skill set, so you'll be able to have lots of opportunities in new places, is what that's saying. And so, yeah, taking action. So I'm getting you have made this choice already, because you're in the boat and you were conferring with the Most High, like what is the best move for me to make. And there's a cup of love that's been handed down to you from the universe. So this could represent your love for yourself. It could represent love for your work because you've mastered your skill set. Or it could actually be a romantic love. There is conception here. This Eight of Wands represents like the egg of life moving into like manifesting something totally new. That actually can be a sign that there has been an actual pregnancy conceived, which would explain also a cup of love coming in. So it may be that type of energy. We'll see. We have the Two of Pentacles. So this energy can be about multitasking, being really busy. Maybe you have been really busy at work, or it can represent having to juggle two opposing forces, like when it comes to money. There's big waves in the background, and like the ship is smaller and then it gets bigger as it goes. And so I feel like this is sort of saying like your path of mastering your skill set and moving forward with that. And now maybe you've been presented with this offer, and this may be the new offer. This card for me quite often speaks of being very careful who you collaborate with. But that's an energy. So what this is saying, like if you are moving on to a different city, a different company, a different relationship, because this is Pentacles represent health, wealth, and happiness, but quite often they do represent our livelihood. But then you've been handed the cup of love also. So, this could be maybe that you're moving to another location because you met someone and you want to be close to them. It could be that kind of energy. Yeah, for fulfillment, because this is the typical marriage card for the tarot. So this card is saying that there's ultimate fulfillment that could involve marriage, or this could represent, if that's not where you're going, this could be representing, like I said, a new job, a new prospects in a different place. This also is the 1111 portal. So this is about keeping your thoughts forward moving, where you want to go, not where you've been, like in the disappointments or anything. There's two swords here. So this could represent someone that you've met, like, and that you are wanting to be with them. And so you're moving on into, it could be a new career where you get to be home more or whatever, or it could be like to another, like, as I said, a location, a country, whatever. And you have put the energy into this to, the internal boundaries here. The what ifs, the internal forces, you have strong boundaries. You have really given this a lot of reflection, and you haven't made your move until you're ready, until you feel like you've looked into everything. So that's really good. And we have here on the Hangman it's about balance. So this is about balancing your masculine and your feminine, your work and your play, your family life, your like in home life and your work life, that kind of energy. And it can also talk about being very busy. So if you're in this position, that could be so. this is saying that you have taken the time to go inward and hang from the tree of knowledge and look at everything from a totally every perspective that you can. And you're satisfied that this is in alignment with your divine path, that this is going to empower you, and it's saying you're ready to move forward. Good for you, Gemini. You've done the work that you can do to, you know, facilitate this, and so it feels like really strong that you're ready to make a change here. Whether or not you're leaving this energy or you're moving into this energy, we'll clarify it down the road here. But this is about your self-image, and I feel like because this is peace of mind. So it feels like you are strong to the choices you're making, and you're at peace with whatever has happened now and ready to take this journey. This is about, you really do value yourself. Like, this is talking about self-love and love of all sorts. So this could just be an energy of moving on in your career, but quite often it is a romantic love also. But this is saying you had enough love for yourself to really do the work here, the inner work, so that the choice you make will be the strongest one for you. And then this is your abundance coming in. So because you've done that, these wands represent action, and the actions that you've taken have launched all these new opportunities. And when these land, they're going to be right on the bullseye. They're going to be, you know, this is a really good card. It means it's already in the works. Or it could also mean that you have conceived a child, or are about to conceive a child, or have someone else conceive, if you're a male, have impregnated someone, and you want to get married and have this other lifestyle, basically. And then we have that, yeah, because this is all about your home and family, your emotional foundation. Just you're making strong choices to have the life, the fulfillment that you've wanted. And this is about your creativity, romance, children. So I really feel like this is like an opportunity for career, and also for, you know, an energy of you know, a love and wanting what's better for your family. And this could also be a new love, or it could just be you and your family moving forward in this way now. And that's sort of like if you've decided that you have a better opportunity at work, and you're moving your whole family to a new country or to a new location, to, you know, that kind of energy, or moving into a new career or opportunity, and, you know, doing the same thing. But it's talking about either you've met someone and you're about to do this, or you've been in this relationship and you're ready to make the changes to make this really strong and have everything you want. Because this is about your health, your daily routines, and your habits. So it might be that you were on the road a lot, you had to be away from home a lot, and now you have a child coming and you want to make this change so that you can be with your wife and or husband and your children more. So that's all really beautiful energy. And then, yeah, the Death card comes in. And that's just a transition I'm getting here. It's kind of like saying this is going to be a very different lifestyle for you. And it's the perfect time, like when you think about right now, we're almost at the end of December, and the 2025 is a year of like an ending, and that's what this represents. And it's also representing a new beginning. So 2026 is a 1 year. 2 + 2 + 6 = 10, and then 1 + 0 = 1. So that makes it a new beginning. So that's what this card is about. And I feel like it's not like an actual physical death or whatever. You may have been overworking and really in a place maybe where you weren't that happy where you work, but you were building towards what you wanted. And this is also representing the light at the end of the tunnel and moving into like some sort of rebirth. And then we have, so something wasn't satisfactory here, something was bothering you. But this also can mean that when these three, the subconscious, unconscious, and conscious mind, are in alignment with your heart's desires now. That includes love, and if you're having children, being able to juggle things so that you have the best lives. Sometimes this card can mean that it was heartbreaking. So it could be, I'm getting it's not so much like heartbreaking in like between you and your partner or whatever, but more maybe you're moving away from your original family or something happened that that was really unsatisfactory at work. You found out something, or you're not getting paid enough for your work or whatever. So that kind of energy. Justice is here. Yeah. So whatever was going on here, justice is here. And justice can just as much be like, it can be like legal justice, it can be spiritual justice, and it can be like justice just like when you get neutral to this back and forth. And once you get neutral to the two extremes, then you can be neutral in the middle and make really strong choices that are in alignment with your heart. So your subconscious, unconscious, and conscious mind are in alignment with your heart's desires. And that right away puts you in a really strong position. You're looking down the road and thinking ahead, like, if you're about to have a baby, like you want to make sure that you start setting up the lifestyle that you want now that you've worked hard to be able to get this. This card kind of represents someone being at the stage like where you have the down payment, but you still have to make the mortgage payments, that kind of energy. It's not like, it's the Four of Wands. So but it's saying your actions have you in a position to really have a real strong foundation for the lifestyle that you want. Yeah, and you're passionate about it, about this action. I'm getting that you're feeling really good about it. The Knight of Wands, it could have been a communication that came in. The Knights bring in communication, and quite often the Knight of Wands brings in an opportunity. That's what it's about. It's communication. We've accepted you. You have the job. If you're moving to a new country, the visas are good. Everything's in alignment. The paperwork is done. Because we have the mysteries of the world there. We have the pyramids in the background, and that kind of represents moving off to I'm getting to another country. And the energy is just, it's actually really passionate and exciting and like forward moving and really optimistic. So that's a really, really good energy to be into going into the new year like that. Then we have, this is the card of reconciliation and forgiveness. It could be a reunion too. What you could be doing is maybe you had to be away from home and away from your loved ones and everything. And now maybe you're expecting a child and you want to be closer to family. And so that card, because this is a card of reconciliation and reuniting with people. It also could just be like you're doing that for Christmas. Like you're going to visit family coming up in the holiday season here or for the new year. That kind of energy, but it feels new. And I really like that. That's a really good energy to be moving out of 2025 and into 2026 in. It's a real strong energy. And then this is the Three of Cups, which is celebration. And I feel like sometimes I really don't like this card, but I feel like these two quite often go together. Sometimes this is like, I feel like maybe you have been working somewhere where you're not really enjoyed, or living somewhere where you're not really feeling part of the community. And the energy is kind of, they're happy to see you go and you're happy to see them go. And because none of these people are looking at each other. That's why when a lot of readers read this as a card of celebration, but it's not like they're celebrating each other. They're celebrating something that happened to someone other than one of these three kind of energy. So that could be the energy. Maybe this is your competition and they're happy to see you go because they want to fill your shoes and you're happy to have them do it. That kind of energy. So it's a win-win-win for everybody. Yes, and the sun comes in, and this is supported by God. And this is something that maybe you've always wanted to move to a certain country, or you've been working really hard to move into this place like of like a new level of your work. And now that you've mastered your skill set, that you have a new opportunity that is more in alignment with who you are and what you want now, and more maybe family orientated, because we have a young child here riding the pony. And the Gemini energy is kind of like that kindergarten age. So I'm getting it might be also, it could be a move like within the same city, but to a neighborhood where there's a school where you want your children to be schooled. They could be just coming into that age. So this is, the sun is shining down on it. It feels like really good, strong energy. Yeah, because this Gemini energy is kind of like the stage of life is like kindergarten. And that energy coming in, it's not so much an age, but it's like being at, like you're at a new stage of learning. So it could be that this new job, like you're going to be busy multitasking with it because it's going to be a step up. Perhaps you've received a management position or something like that you've been wanting to get. And so that can, or what just popped into my head, you could be a professional sports person, like, and you maybe were scouted by another team, and now you're moving to the city closer to home, that kind of energy. So really good energy. Like it feels like you've been, you're being rewarded for, you know, keeping on your path. And that's, I would love to see this. Because the full moon is that time of release. So, you know, and then moving into the energy on the 20th, there will be a new moon, which is Capricorn. And that one is about like really good for career and responsibility and stuff. So that, yeah, this is really a good energy to be in. If you're enjoying this reading, please do give it a like and comment. It really does help me with my channel. I really appreciate it. I'm going to clarify these cards. It feels like good energy. Let's see if we can get some more valuable information about moving forward into this new year, into this is the last full moon of this year, and it's a super moon. So, you know, the full moon, it's about releasing what no longer works for us and embracing the new. And I'm going to clarify with my oracle deck, which is Tales from the Vector, and this is courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. Excuse me. And so I started this back in 2007, and there were 64 paintings. I completed them all in 2020, and now I want to bring the deck out, and I'm just working with the energy online here, so I make sure when I write the manual that goes with it that it's the correct information. I'm just tuning these cards into this, where we are here in this reading. This one's popped out, so I know. I will put the cards in the description box below, and I'll put them in the order that they appear, the numbers, and so you can look them up at talesfromthevector.com. That's TAILS. If you want to see the paintings and get more information, there's a little more information there about each one. So this is about lack of awareness, like moving off. So this missed opportunities. So this is an energy I'm getting that you've really done your homework. You've really been in this place where you've investigated. Like if you're moving to another country, you've really looked into it. If you know, to see if this is where you really want to go. Oh, there's all these sirens out here. So it's, I don't know. Sorry, it got really loud. There were sirens. I didn't know if you could even hear me. So, yeah, so this is like, you've looked into I feel like you have done all your homework here, and you're in a really good position. You're, you know, you're ready to move forward. Like, and it feels really strong. We have the Hierophant. So this is a blessing. This is something, it's traditional structure. So this is because you have done everything you need to do to be able to facilitate this in your internal boundaries. These are external forces that are coming in. And really, other than this one, you know, they're like a forward-moving positive thing. Like it may have been here, I feel that this doesn't represent heartache so much as it represents getting your subconscious, unconscious, and conscious mind together. This is about commitment and marriage and partnerships. So I feel like you're really on course there. And then the Justice is in the position of transition. Justice sometimes can be just as simple as you getting what you deserve. And then we have in here, this is about higher blessings, like moving into bettering your life, bringing your position and your family's position up. And then we have, this is your career and reputation. So I keep getting this energy that you might be someone that's like a pro sports person for some reason, because there's all these trophy cups. And that maybe you're finally getting to be on the team that you always wanted to be on. And, it's perfect because your family's closer and you have a baby on the way or something like that. That kind of energy. And then we have in this position, this is about your blessings of friends and that. And that's what I'm getting, is that where you were there, you didn't have the community that you wanted to have, and now you'll have community. That's what I'm getting. And then this is about your, spirituality, getting in touch with your inner self, with God, and really staying on your path. And this is talking about also secrets coming out or any endings, so that you can move forward, like having all the information, things just kind of clicking. I'm seeing dominoes, click, 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 like that, like everything just falling into place perfectly and with ease. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. You've been in your integrity. I just feel like that's the energy. This is, this energy is like really like you've done your due diligence. You've put the work into your job. I feel like this is a happy marriage, if you are already married, or a happy partnership relationship. We've got the cup of love is being clarified by Taurus energy. This is about the give and take in life. And I feel like this cup of love coming in is just like love of what you do, love of what you want to be, love of your family, love of your work, like just all around, like loving where you live, that kind of energy. About learning to give and take, like you've learned that give and take. So you've put the energy in that you need to. That's showing with this conception. And yeah, safe travels. So this is talking about, again, that you've done your due diligence, and these actions that you're putting into place are going to hit the bullseye. Like it's strong. It's really strong energy. And you notice wherever the action comes up, it's like the next action is fulfillment, and the one after that is being really happy and passionate about what you've done. That you got what you wanted. You were patient enough to do the work and get what you want. So really, congratulations, Gemini. And then we have the karmic space of ego. So yeah, I'm getting this juggling. A lot of that was just like really, I'm just getting, you really did put your work in, and there was times where you were not at home a lot, and that kind of makes sense if you're like traveling with your team and that. And now if you're moving somewhere where if you have a wife or a husband at home, depending on who you are, and you have young children, that you'll be able to, it'll be a better situation for everybody. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's clicked. This is moving forward. This is in the way. Your internal boundaries are really strong. The Hangman, right on the Hangman. So this is saying you have the balance. This is a real, whatever this is, it's a real strong choice for you. I feel like you really are, and because what's coming up there from the underlying energy for these external forces is that, waiting for this to happen, like you had to do all this work and be in a place and have the courage to keep going. And because of that, because of your courage and your ability to hang in there, when things got a bit tough, that you are now well on your way. And these external forces coming in are really strong ones. We've got the Scorpio energy about this. I feel like this is elevating you in many ways. And I'm getting that energy again of conception, the sexual gladiator. This is about uniting. And I feel like there might, if you know, this can, I really feel there's a pregnancy on the way. So it could be just pregnant with possibilities, but it feels like an actual pregnancy. We have the sun on justice. So this is all about, you know, we have the sun here twice. The sun is the happiest card in the deck. So whatever the external forces you're moving into feel really strong. I really am happy for you. I feel like this is the happiest card, and the justice is on the happiest card. I feel like this isn't legal justice. I feel like this is more like the universe and God rewarding you for being, you know, for doing what you've done to get to where you're going. You're a superstar. That's the energy I was picking up. So, and this is really interesting because this is, you know, on the communication, and the communication is that you are a superstar. That's the communication you got. So that's that energy I'm getting of, you know, possibly being someone that, you know, this isn't a job just that anyone could take, that you know, you might be a sports figure, or maybe you're an Olympic athlete. Like it could be something like that, or it could be like you might be a musician, or a really well-known or a really highly regarded doctor or something like that. But it's like a position that you've always wanted and that you've trained for, and the mastery and the patience you've had to raise your vibration and elevate your reputation, your career, and whatever, that is allowing these opportunities come in. It happened because you made it happen, basically. Yeah, the world. There we have it. Yeah, it's a whole new world for you, but it's like one that you have worked towards. It's really, really awesome energy. And so this is, some people might have thought it was a pipe dream. That's why I'm picking up this energy of it being kind of a professional sports. Not that many people get to the top where they're actually paid to be like a quarterback or a goalie or like something like that. You know, I'm getting tennis for some reason. That kind of energy, though, of being like a superstar, you know, having, or being like actually getting the lead role in a movie or something, you know, like something really, that's really, really worthy of your happiness. And maybe people told you that it was a pipe dream, and you just were like, no, I was born to do this. This is what I'm going to do. Yeah. You didn't let other people's judgment. You're doing what your heart told you to do. There we go. I'm just getting like, yeah, your life is going really well. I love this energy. This is a really, really good reading. Thank you, Gemini. It's so nice to have such an awesome reading. I've really enjoyed it. I hope you also have enjoyed it. And I will, if you resonate with the energy, please consider subscribing to my channel. It really does help me build it, and it would be an honor to have you aboard. And I will be back not tomorrow, sorry. The next reading after this one. I might, if I have time, do a bonus reading for the new moon right before Christmas. But for sure, I will do an end of the month for December reading. Thank you, Gemini, for all your wisdom. Bye for now, and we'll see you at the end of the month for sure.